Well, good morning, everybody. My name's Andrew, and you're watching the Kelley's Country Life. So, welcome back to seeing me in something I haven't been in a while. Jeans, boots, and a shirt in summertime. That just doesn't happen in Florida. You burn up wearing clothes like this, but they're needed today. So, if you're new to the channel, you may not know that I like to build fire pits on the side as a little hobby and something to bring in a little bit of income. So I make these out of really thick, large propane tanks, and they last a long time. I have been struggling, I mean struggling for the last many months to find what's called a deep dome propane tank. That's one with an egg-shaped deep dome on the end. And I've been talking with a lot of y'all. Well, a subscriber found one of the very large size like that right there, which are extremely hard to find. It's a big commercial tank. It's not your standard residential size. And we've been talking since the beginning of this year. He finally found one, so I'm taking a break from the house today. He's bringing that today. We're going to build him a fire pit out of one side. I'm going to keep the other one to do some projects here in the future. So that's what today's episode's about. We're going to start building our first fire pits for the fall. I'll slowly get into these over the next couple months because I know there's several of y'all that's waiting for me to start these back that are looking to purchase one. I still have to go find a lot of tanks. That's the other issue. I can find a certain size, but not what everybody's looking for. So I'm still looking. So enjoy the video. So y'all are not going to believe this. If you've been watching the channel, you know I have a serious problem with ants here in Florida. We have more fire ants on this property than I've ever seen in my life. So I mowed all day yesterday with this tractor. No issues. Go to crank it up this morning. I've got error codes and a warning light going off out of the blue. It says it's my EGR valve. And when I got to reading the line, it says you need to take it into the shop immediately. Don't run it with an EGR valve problem. So I was like, you got to be kidding me. I popped the hood, started looking around both sides, finally found the EGR valve because it says you could test resistance and see if it's the valve that's bad or if it's potentially wiring. As soon as I pop this hood open, there is fire ants by the hundreds, if not thousands, and every electrical connector climbing all around this thing. I have never seen this before. So not only did they just burn the points out of my well, which they do all the time, and cause my well pump to continue to run the other day, now they have messed my tractor up. Luckily, I found the connection, disconnected it, reconnected, got a good fitting after I blew all the ants out of here, and the code went away. Insane. Absolutely insane. This was about to stop my day because I got to have this tractor to get this heavy tank off. All right, so y'all have all seen this before. To safely cut on a propane tank, we have to purge it. Now there is a relief valve up here. We can press down and feel that there is no propane coming out, but you can still always smell a little bit of residual in there. So to be safe, we're gonna remove a couple plugs up top, fill it full of 500 gallons of water. It's just gonna take a while. That purges any propane out of it, and we can safely cut on it. Up and cut off on us. Whew. So look at this. You just don't find them like this anymore. 3/8 to about a 1/2 inch thick. I know it's got a ring right here, but I've seen them without the ring. Actually, this is without the ring right here. So yeah, just about a 1/2 inch thick of steel. And they're right at 41 inches across. This is a huge, that many huge fire pit that'll last for decades before you'll rust this thing out. All right, well, after a long, hot, sweaty day, this thing is ready. So we went with the 3-leg design with pads on the bottom, so it's always stable with 3 legs. We got it spaced up.
just perfectly, because he's going to wind up bricking around this later. He'll probably take the handles off down the road, kind of make a patio fire pit, brick all the way up around that. So we kind of went with the height we did for that, but it's plenty high enough up. Shouldn't get things too terribly hot. But look inside here, this thing is absolutely gigantic. And we did a drain hole. I know a lot of people asked about that a while back. So he was just telling me he looked at SERP kettles that were actually a little bit smaller than this, but have a similar shape. They were like $2,000, he was telling me. So while the paint doesn't look the world's best on here, eventually it'll burn off and get a rusty color like that. I guess that's not bad, considering SERP kettles, which is what a lot of people down here use as well, are so stinking expensive. All right, well, hopefully y'all enjoyed the little build series here. We will have a lot more fire pit builds coming up. I've got some really awesome ideas in mind for some different styles that I've never built on the channel before. It's just gonna be a couple more months down the road. Once I get the house completely dried in and some siding on, then we'll take some time for some projects like this. Plus, we need it to cool off. It is so stinking hot. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.